Okay, so we've done the warm-up, you've done your exercises, and now it's time for stretches. So we do the static stretches at the end because the muscles are nice and warm. So I always try and give the example, and there's different opinions on this, but I always try and give the example of the muscle as like a bit of blue tack. So if you think of blue tack, when it's cold, you stretch it, it can tear. Whereas when it's stretched, when it's warm, it's more pliable, it's more stretchy. So it's better to do static stretches at the end of your workout. So let's go through some stretches now. This will usually take, I allow about 10 minutes. I'm quite thorough in my stretches, so try and allow 10 minutes at the end. If you've got certain tight muscles, do some extra stretch on those. You can always contact me and ask me about extra stretches. I'm just going to go through the basics for now. There are other developmental stretches, which I'll go through on another video. Okay, right, so stretch number 1, adductors. So sitting on your bum, hands on the ankles, and gently push down with your elbows. So you can feel that stretch in the inner thigh, the adductors. Okay, let me shuffle back a little bit there so you can see me. Okay, so holding these for about 15 to 20 seconds, a little bit more if you need to. You'll start to feel the muscles start to ease. I'm only going to hold them for about 10 seconds just for demonstration purposes. So then we'll take your foot out and reach out to touch your toes. Hopefully I haven't got any holes in my socks. So reaching out to touch your toes. If you can't do it, just hold on to your ankles. So you want to be feeling this in the hamstring here, the back of the thigh. Sometimes people have tight calves around here. So what you can do is, if you're curling your foot back out, try and just point the toe slightly and you'll feel that more in the hamstring. And then obviously you're going to change legs. So let's show you from that point of view. So you feel it there. So if you point that toe slightly, it relaxes the calf then. Okay? So you can feel that in the back of the thigh, the hamstring. Holding that for 20 seconds. Some people prefer lay on their back to do this. You can do that, that's fine. Next up is glute stretch. So from, let's show you from this view. So foot across your knee like this, and then bring that foot in closer. So, sorry. Right, so foot like this, bring that foot in closer, and that's going to stretch out from here, the hip. This is my tight side. So gently push that knee that way, and you'll get more of a stretch through the hip there, okay? And then obviously you're going to change legs, foot across like that, push that knee out, and then you can bring that in closer to make it harder. So hands are behind you, so your foot goes in or out. So if it's out, it's easier. If it's in, it's harder. And just keeping good posture, push yourself into that so you can feel that stretching around that hip area, okay? Next stretch we're going to do, let's try and shuffle back a bit so you can see me. So from a side view, we're going to do rock and roll stretch. You're holding your knees and just rolling backwards and forwards. Hands under your legs makes it easier so you can hook your legs a bit. Just rolling backwards and forwards. Next up, we're going to do abdominal stretch. So full stretch out, I'll lay this way. So arms and legs right out. Stretch your arms and legs right out like this. Nice full stretch. And you can, if you've got problems with your shoulders, you can do the shoulder mobility. We've got this on another video. So that's going to help mobilize your shoulders. Like I said, we've got that on another video, which is all about mobility. So make sure you click on that one. Right, hands on the ground. Side view, we're going to do cat and cow stretch. So we're going to arch your back up, which is your cat stretch. And reverse out, which is a nice cow stretch. And just repeat that. However, if you feel your back's tight, do it more. I usually do about 3, 4, 5 repetitions on these of each. And again, just doing it for around 20 or 30 seconds. If you find that you need more, like I said, your back's tight, do it for longer. So the next one is sitting back on your heels, arms out stretched like this. And if you find that you might have a little bit of a belly in the way, some people do, take your knees wider and you can sit back into that stretch a little bit easier. It's more comfortable and you get a better stretch out of it. Again, holding for 20 seconds. I won't hold it as long as that. Let's try and whiz through these stretches for you. So take a large step forwards. Push your hips into it so you feel that stretch in the hip flexor. If you want to, let's come back a bit. You can take your arms up in the air, rotate over that front bent leg and lean over slightly. So you get, you get the hip flexor stretch and all through your lats and through your obliques as well. Not everyone gets this coordination. So as long as you're doing the hip flexor stretch, but you can add the other into it. Obviously on changing sides, do this side, arms up, rotate, slightly lean over, hold those for 20 seconds, okay? Up to a standing position. Right, let's just shuffle this back a little bit so you can see me. Okay, triceps, arm above your head, pushing the arm back so you're stretching out the tricep. Holding that for 20 seconds. Swapping arms. Holding that for 20 seconds. Upper back stretch. Take your hands like this. If you've got a partner, link hands and lean backwards so you can feel it stretching your upper back. If not, just imagine you've got a tree there and you're trying to round those shoulders, you're trying to hug that tree. So upper back stretch. And I'm sure you've got a wall or something around. If not, hands on low back, squeeze the elbows in together, that's going to stretch your chest. But if you have got a wall or like this, pillar here, put your hand on there, thumb facing up, shoulder height, twist your body away, and that's going to stretch your chest, shoulders and biceps. Don't need to put a lot of pressure, just so you can feel a nice stretch through there. Obviously switching sides, thumb facing up, shoulder height, twisting away. Chest, shoulders, biceps. We're almost there. Okay, so next up we're going to do calf stretch back here. So take a large step forwards, back heel in the ground, back foot is straight and facing forwards, back leg is bent, and then just push your hips into that. Okay, so that's going to stretch out your calf at the back. And obviously switching sides, 20 seconds or so on each side. Couple more stretches, nearly there. So we've got quad stretch. So bring your heel up to your bum. Ooh, watch that balance. Focus on the steel points up with the balance. Knees together and back like that, so they're in alignment. Push your hips forwards and you feel that stretch in your quadriceps. And then your heel up to your bum. So make sure that that knee is in line with that one, okay? Obviously switching sides. Again, 20 seconds or more on each side. A lot of people get tight in the quads and actually in the hamstrings as well. But the quads do take a lot of the effort from the exercises that we do. So make sure you give these a really good stretch, and that's why I saved them to the end. Okay, so last stretches. Let's come back a little bit. Arms stretch right up. Reach down as far as you can to touch your toes. And we're going to do this 3 times. So second time, reach down as far as you can. And then the third time, reach right up. Take a really wide stance. Reach down as far as you can. Rotate to the side. Again, holding it for 10 or 20 seconds. Switch sides, holding it for 10 or 20 seconds. When you come back to the center, if you're already touching the ground, because some people are more flexible than others, grip the back of your legs and just pull yourself in a little bit closer. So it'll look like that. Okay. Slowly up, a few shoulder rolls. And that's completed your 10-minute stretch. I'm only to show you in 7 minutes 45. So sorry it's a long video, but yeah, it will take you 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more. If you're tight, do more stretches and you'll only benefit more from it. It'll help with the joints, help with the muscles, and it's only a good thing. So make sure you do this after every time you work out. So if you're going to be training, let's say 3 times a week minimum, I think, then you'll be stretching 3 times a week. If you go out for a walk in between that, stretch when you come back when the muscles are nice and warm. Okay? Enjoy. Good luck.